Reach Out and Read Alabama is celebrating 15 years of promoting early childhood literacy. News 4's Mackenzie Foster visited Dothan Pediatrics where the celebration was held. She joins us live from there now. So Mackenzie, what can you tell us?
Well, Kinsley, for some children, going to the doctor's office may be a little scary. However, today, Dothan Pediatrics and Reach Out and Read Alabama teamed up together to make it a little more comfortable while also encouraging a good habit. Happy birthday, Curious George, and happy birthday to Reach Out and Read Alabama. While celebrating 15 years of reading, Dothan Pediatrics and Reach Out and Read used Curious George and the Birthday Surprise to celebrate and encourage kids to read.
Out of all the children's books, this is one that's been beloved for years, from the time I was a child to reading to my children.
Reading at an early age has many benefits.
Reading to children at an early age has proven that it helps develop their cognitive skills, their emotional well-being, and socially it really promotes bonding between babies and their parents.
This is why the staff at Dothan Pediatrics wants reading to be something kids do at the doctor's office, at school, and at home.
As part of our developmental assessment and part of our discussions with parents about what they can do to benefit their children, we always talk about reading.
The celebration fun didn't stop at kids reading. Two doctors from Dothan Pediatrics did a read aloud of Curious George and the Birthday Surprise. Now the director tells me they've been doing this for 20 years and they hope to do it for 20 more. Reporting live in Dothan, Mackenzie Foster, your hometown news leader.
Sounds like a great time. Mackenzie Foster, thank you for that report. Reach Out and Read Alabama partners with 74 pediatric practices and clinics to give children all across Alabama the chance to read.